Consider the office of true ministers. Speaking of Christ, Paul says, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Christ Jesus. Colossians 1:28. The office of the true minister holds the task to declare unto man his righteousness. In this he preaches God's law to bring men down to the pit. And then, though the man is as sick and foul as sin can make him, in Christ he can be righteous and just. As dead as he is in sin, the regenerating power of the Spirit can make him righteous and just. A true minister must tell sinners where righteousness is to be found, and that is only through Jesus Christ, the righteous one, in his active obedience and passive obedience. It's the doctrine of justification, to show a man his rightness, his uprightness, his righteousness. This shows the sinner to deny his own apparent righteousness, or what he might think are good works, which are really filthy rags, and instead cling to Christ's righteousness, which is done by faith. In this, both the law and the gospel must be preached. Preaching the law of God is a constituent part of preaching the gospel well. You cannot preach the gospel unless you preach the law. It's impossible. The law demonstrates God as holy and man is sinful, needing to conform to God's holy measure. He must maintain the truth and righteousness of this against all who deny it, against the powers of darkness and the gates of hell. Listen to what John Owen said. It is not to be supposed that such an office as this can be easily filled. No one should intrude the office of the minister that's not set and gifted by God specifically for that task of preaching the law and preaching the gospel and knowing how they complement one another and knowing how to be able to present that in such a way to make every man perfect in Jesus Christ.